Holy Play viewer, thank you for connecting. I am Ami, broadcasting from Far East Japan. Hope you are having a wonderful weekend and starting new week. So, this is a weekly reminder to think better, feel better, being better for our conscious creation, living with clarity, using this mind body makeover card deck provided by Dr. Mona Lisa Schultz. If you're interested about how she's an amazing medical intuitive offering free readings and live podcast ish workshop. So please check her website www.drmonalisa.com or her social media platforms. So here is, I am noticing that flow has been shifted this week. I mean, initiating since the last new moon, which is exactly a week ago. So this is a like half moon point, and started that newness practice on new moon newness practice, and this is reaching it into the half point to get going with. So I'm stick with that newness practice and noticing some kind of a new feel for connecting each day, and some interesting synchronicity is happening, which is both enjoyable and challenging. That's what I've been noticing. So all of a sudden it feels like the linear time seems to be my awareness, and and feels like all of a sudden it's flying away. It's pretty quickly shifting. So sort of a good idea to embody abundance in other areas, to resonate into abundance for our everyday intention. So that's what I've been noticing. And here, I think that Mel was connecting earlier on Twitter, which I noticed. So hopefully that we can connect in live there. In so let's send some link there in the live. May be able to YouTube link YouTube, able to post like here and see how it's easier for. Let me check that how this system would operate once. Okay, not here, but let's see the X. See how it. I just did the minute of broadcast, and then moved here. Still funny things are happening when I wanna, especially rush to do something, and then I notice that, oh, okay, so it doesn't show as an exact thing, but let's see if I can share link or maybe more here, since select the link. Okay, I did copy, and then let's see, X, not direct message. No. Oh, came back here, so I think it's the same feature. Twitter. Not really. No, 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 not here. Oh, okay. I think the mail DVD. Yeah. So see how it work. Okay. Taking a time. Yay! Hi, Mel. So good to be able to connect in live. I haven't kind of struggled to adjust it and then found the screen was opposite again. So adjusted, restart and everything. And then seems to be now it's okay, appropriate way. Happy Monday! Happy New Week! And reaching into the second half of the newness practice we started in New Moon Night. So hope you stick with that newness practice each day. uh, I am still continuing it since the last Monday and unsuccessful, encouraging each of us over Instagram, not successful, but still looking for an ideal way to post and letting you guys know that I am still on to it and then encouraging it and possibly inviting the new joiners. And perhaps might be a good idea to start as a new moon newness practice and then commit for 2 weeks, not every month, but just maybe the odd number month or something like that to just invite in the newness to adjust in and helping us create some momentum when we are so much in charge for one area and give us we keep try and keep doing it. Yeah. uh yeah. So and it was so much easier for me to share in that I'm still on the challenge when I was encouraging for 21 days writing challenge in summer. I think it's because of the writing, and so it's easy to share the extension of the writing energy and to make a post, even the image. It feels like it was easier for me, even it's longer, like a week longer for 21 days. And then of course that I was in the like a vacation setting, so it's easier for me to set the new mood and commit the things. But anyhow, I think it's important to do some newness during this everyday flow, like a routine kind of flow, not that special occasion or period like holiday season or vacation. That itself is special. So it's easy to invite in some new special things for particular length. But just the regular, routine week and days and then do some new things, it's quite more challenging, I think. So, as I suggested, the easiest thing, the least resisting thing is the key to get going with the momentum building tool. So, hope you are also doing that. I am going to post some stuff then I maybe capture in the screen image and then post it as on a day 7. Today is the day 7 of 14. So let's check. It's the 20th. So I'm gonna pick two. 1, 2, and then 1, 2 for this week's reminder for all of us. All of us. Okay. Trying. trying itself is the energy of resisting. So better use the different word. Trying is always trying, never get to the alignment to what we like to align in. And trying to do that. It's always trying. It's like a do it tomorrow. Manana never comes. It's always here now. You know what I mean? So trying is a tricky, tricky word in our community. And trying means like it's hard to do. It's something, some resistance to it. Yeah, and negative filter psychologically is trying because it's not happening. It's challenging or some kind of pulling back energy is there. So we want to remove all that. Just do it. Just doing it, being it. So okay, here is a reminder for this week. Interesting. You know what? I've been setting the timer for the work, and that's my ideal things to chunking into the tasks and put some timer in specific amount, even for cooking, even for writing, like a 20 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes. And then I've been using the timer since this morning, the chunk, all the linear time to do some tasks to be done. So then hearing that alarm, like ding, 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 and where is it? Did I forgot to turn it off? It's like mind hearing that kind of, it's already 30 minutes. 15 minutes. I've been doing this since morning, so it's like crazy. But excuse me, I was hearing that ding, ding, ding. I was like, where's the alarm? I forgot to turn it off. So that's what I had. So this is reminder for this week. Interesting, another root chakra. Root chakra color red, grounding relationship with the mother figure. So it seems to be a carrying over theme from new moon. And living in society, the matching color with the green. Living in society, root chakra color red. It's about connection, feeling being belong to family, community, get supported, feeling safe to speak out, and the foundation, security, living in society. So it's like a secure, being part of society, community. That's what the energy center, living in society, is one of the important aspects of life, which is very weak. I'm easy to get isolated and just enjoy being part of nature, enjoying alone time. I'm a totally alone, but anyhow, I like people, but I'm a very aloner. So here's a healthy thought. I can still feel good about myself even if someone is angry with me. I can still feel good about myself even if someone is angry with me. So this relate to the third energy center, healthy ego, and willpower, self-center, to get grounded. Unhealthy thought is I easily get scapegoated in my family and in other relationships. So let's check what Dr. Monish needs to add on this. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. This flow is really challenging us since last week's new moon. Don't you think? Don't you agree that I feel that's a real challenge? Like, hey people, hey guys, bring everything down the earth. Work on, structure, and make it as on a physical reality means action, act out, build, and open it, say, feel safe and protect self. And that's what I've been hearing. Is that only me, or just kind of like we are putting in that energy for a reminder? I think that's what it is. So here is what Dr. Madarisa needs to add on this healing. No, living in society, root chakra, living in society, 74, 74. Okay. Oh, it's pretty long, so let me put that glasses, reading glass to check it out. Okay. So if we have a belief that we usually get scapegoated in families and other social groups, chances are that we suffered some type of abuse growing up. If we are different, unique, or unusual in some way, our tendency to stand out from the crowd unfortunately makes us a move visible target for someone who's angry and violent. However, if we have resilience and an ability to develop social survey, we can protect ourselves from abuse. Yeah, that's especially nowadays through the personalized media, social media. That living in society is social. Social media is another layer being added into our everyday social activity, and we are encouraged to become aware or build some skills or another layer of skin to dealing with that type of new energy in social setting. I think, and being socially diplomatic and assertive is both an inborn and acquired skill. Yeah, I'm very weak about that, but it's actually the skill can be built for everybody. If we are someone who frequently gets scapegoated and is the focus of anger, we can acquire this type of diplomacy and survey. One key diplomatic skill is assertiveness, the ability to say the right thing to the right person with the right amount of emotional intensity. That is one of the most challenging things actually, because the right timing to the right person and the right intensity was like, what? And then when we're thinking about it, it was like the body became stiff and then acting in a strange way, and it's obviously that it is strange. But maybe starting from there and practicing the comfortable way to aligning, well, it's a healthy choices. So learning is the worth doing it, I think. Growing up, uh, mm, yeah, I have a similar kind of family dynamic, like a family energetic trend where while I was growing up as a child, since the one digit to adolescence and then so forth until leave the family, and that really determined our way of react in a good or bad way. I mean, not response, more reacting. Like the body just respond, or a part of us already, like automatically, without thinking, just subconsciously, unconsciously respond in order to protect ourselves from the memory experience. I think. Only child. Mm. Only child without. Oh, okay. Only child without. I hope that I understand in a right way, but so and to survive and thrive in society. Oh, he was angry about so the anger. He's an anger type, frustrated. Mm. And then easily get dumping to where he thinks it's okay to dump in, like a venting that his emotion when he back home. Yeah, that frequently happened to mine too. It's feels like the family need to be the energy holder for him to vent in whatever that emotion carried from the his social outside home work related social thing. So the families get all the damages from being bent by him, and it was totally not okay. um, but at the end of the day, each one of us is family. I mean, the human. And back then, I think these kind of awareness was limited. Here's heard injured, really. Mm, yeah. So each one of us has that injury, including our parents too. and and then the parent child dynamic, how we're going to handle is awareness and maturity. So and then I found out my parents are very young soul. I'm older than their souls. They're like really young, even they're my parents. But I noticed since I was a child that I was their parent or something. But the soul age, I'm an older soul, so because of the immaturity of their souls, is that's probably one of the reasons that I arrived there as a first child. But um, yes, the awareness. Yeah, also, and then because back then, this type of information for self-awareness and self-improvement, it's pretty new, for the last couple of decades, right? So from there, that we are lucky having an opportunity or the access and the opportunity to get to know about someone specially studying about through internet or technology. And before technology is accessible like nowadays, it was very difficult to get the information, unless you're really reading and become aware and eager to get to know or digging into, I think. So sometimes feeling sad that if my dad is socially and culturally these things. Yes, I think the maturity of as in a collective, you know, it's the survival for living economically as in a country itself is the foundation, and then getting developing it um, phase is, and then changing. So here's a huge difference. Yeah, I started to become aware of the other Asian countries, and not only the economy, but it's the people living, and then awareness. I mean, that's what was happening like 50 years ago in this country too. Back then my parents like young adults, and then to get married and all the stuff, and then so I think that's what about the generation. And what we can do is to learn it and adopt something ideal, and then commit not to repeat, which came to awareness that it's abusive, unnecessary, or removable, for bettering, or challenging element for bettering. However, we know that is an ideal. That's why we like to choose some ideal. Unless otherwise, there is no no energy to get to know us about what we are. Only we know about ourselves, only we know about our family, only we know about, you know, community, right? So, internet back then to keep us going. Yeah, that's a pro con. But I think that's why diversity is the power. I think the internet. I was really thinking about the diversity and technology. That technology is really changing the way to connect and to expand humanness, because it used to be like one person's idea be able to complete some product or service, but not anymore. It's an open resource. What the heck is that? It's like everybody's holding each part and combining together to bring something amazing. That would started from the internet. I think maybe there's more than way before, perhaps, but it became more fast growing, I must say, or becoming more popular. Yeah, popular to collaborate, alliance, because it's almost impossible to just to have one product better with one person or one company, but together to make it grow. Instead of competing one another, at some level need to compete in order to raise the level of what they're creating. But total different dynamic came out from the diversity, and the diversity is from the idea, and the idea is from the one person's way of thinking, that one person's influence own experience. So in a different experience, more and more cultures and countries, and that gives a power when we can integrate collaboration. Indeed, connection and collaboration, yes, totally. That is, it's really deep though, to change the structure of the human community, and and then nowadays that we can see what's happening the other side of the globe, right? Um, 50 years ago it was pretty difficult. Only that one journalist photography is the way to get to know the other side of the planet. Maybe that could be my grandparents' era. But now there's like a clicking it if you want to. It's the fake or what? Clicking and then you get it. It's a different way of relating the social. So today's reminder is living in a society and grounding safety, and to I can still feel good about myself even if someone is angry with me. So the angry person, anger type of person is near us or influenced growing up period as an abusive situation, as Dr. Monarisa says, like we must become aware of that dynamic and accept as is, and then perhaps that build some skill. It's the buildable. I'm telling to myself though. So that's what the reminder here today. So people who are diplomatic know how to handle another's anger, either by addressing it directly, diffusing it, or ignoring altogether, depending on the situation. So, depending on the situation. Yes, it is, but I think it has many benefits for people who are antisocial, and don't like to go out, they can make connection. People who benefits for antisocial don't like to go. Well, I'm unsure about that. It's depending on the person's preference. Some people really feel safe being lost in a crowd. It's like an empathic people. It's impossible, almost like connecting to each person and sensing. Oh, with the internet. Uh, Many benefits for people who are antisocial and don't like to go out. They can make connections through with the internet. Yeah, that's so true. Indeed, without it, it is quite different life that I am experiencing. It's probably I am not living in Japan if there is no technology like nowadays that we are accessible. Otherwise, it's very hard once you are exposed or living in a diversity and to be back into a very strict, structured community and exclusively, I mean, the mentally. Physically, can be more flexible, well, but it's hard too since we experienced the quarantine from the COVID and then the physical restriction that we really like experienced and then learning some important aspect of our humanness to do some together in person activity is also important too. Oh yes, that's so true. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, this is indeed without technology, there's no way to get to know you, Mel. Thank you. It's so true. Giving thanks to this is the Thanksgiving week, and giving really thanks to you and connection and then building of this work together and get to knowingness and grateful for the technology allows us to do so. Thankful for truly. So back in here. So others may become so paralyzed by conflict that they become submissive and don't know how to process. Yeah, I think I'm in this camp. It's sometimes it's like a paralyzed and you don't know how to digest. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Digest it. To survive in any family, one must know when to just fit in and when to stick my neck out and take a risk. A combination of good timing, flexibility, and empathy makes some people socially brilliant. So, well, I mean, I think there's a nature default that, let's say, some person's body, physical body, is very flexible as born as is, but some are very stiff, right? And then doing some stretch things, but both are totally different result my getting. But at some level, we can develop flexibility if we do that practice and build some resilience in the body's physical body's flexibility. I mean, so as the social, like some people are really social, okay to be, someone's mad with you, or just fine, or just very healthy, self-centered, self-esteem, confident, perhaps, and some whatever the reason that may be damaged or born as little bit shy, regardless of the childhood environment. As in, a personally, like, prefer to be, by alone myself. Like, I'm alone, and then I am shy too. Believe or not, I am a very shy person, and then, but if it's necessary, we build that skill. Unless otherwise, we just back into own nature. So the build the health, like the physical body to be flexible, even if you have born with a kind of stiff body, just make it as to build some flexibility in order to protect your maintain your healthy physical wellness. That's a good thing. And then maintaining the healthy social. Without social, it's hard for us to live life. So as a same as in a physical body, healthy body, to maintain the healthy social, to being part of that required skill. If you think you are kind of shy and have some sour experience, gives gives you an uneasy going to be in social situation. So as an adult, to maintain the health in each area, social is included, must be included. So let's build the unique own way to be okay if someone is angry at. One of the things that there isn't a crisis response type, maybe I shared the other day. There's four types that categorize. Number one is denial, which is I am in that camp, denying it, or the anxiety. What is going to be like? And then, it's more of attention is going everywhere, then the paralyzing anxiety all the time to respond to the crisis. So and then opposite is the denial. It's like, it's okay, it's gonna be fine, and then the problem growing bigger and bigger, and that's like a huge, that's a denial type. And then the other is depression type. Is like problems, crisis happen, and then I have no energy to even think about, can't get up. It's no energy, not the low energy, and it's I'm gonna die, that kind of low energy. And then opposite is the anger type. So the crisis situation, and how come it is this way? It's like a charged up energy. That's how we respond to the challenging crisis situation. I think it's not the personality, but it's just the way of facing into a crisis. We just show that response type. So knowing your type, and then knowing your friend's type, and knowing your family members, each one of us has an types, and these are, it's pretty much born with, and not so much changed since we are childhood. So when we are like 70 years old, what was the response type to this crisis situation? And then it's pretty much about the same response we do have today, unless you become a good manager of that default response nature. So once we become aware of it, and we can manage to balancing out own response to whatever it comes. So the sharing this is like one of these four types, an anger type person people. I was having this anger type friends at the work, and then also there's kind of like a boss figure. So he's always angry about something, even just the tiny things. It's just passionate about, but it's so angry. It was like freaked me out every time that something happened. It was like so paralyzed to say something at the work, but in learning about the personality, that doesn't mean that exactly the way that I perceived from his way, showing his anger. So and then other type of anger friend is like always angry about that even little thing, and then at the end of the day even doesn't remember what was angry for. The next day showing up as totally different, you know, way to talk about the topic that she was angry about. Was like, whoa, what is this? So it's just a way of protecting themselves from expected happening as an not even the life threatening crisis, but just the unexpected j- situation, and then showing us an anger is as an, a default response. So it is really hard to be with this anger type because always angry and arguing about it. It makes draining our energy. But learning that way they show the anger and then use that, affirming that to use it for something passionate creation. So identifying the people around you is which response type as a nature really help us to get to connect socially in everyday activity, I think. And then okay, so the anger type is angry about maybe, he or she is surprising or fearful about this unexpected happening. It doesn't nothing to do with me. Hello, I need to say what I need to say. The feeling safe in the community. And then if that person is an authority figure as a community leader or the boss or then it's kind of hard need a number power to help that person become aware of, hey, your anger type is appreciated for passionate to create something but paralyzing everybody in your community. So we must find the right timing and with the right amount of intensity and right person to say. That's the skill, right? Practice makes it refining. Here's my type. I know. Yeah, I mean it's not the good old vibes. I mean it's the energy is the energy, the anger energy. So how you're gonna use the energy is up to you. That's the heater. It's converting the energy. Energy is energy. The energy from anger is fascinating because firing up. So I use the anger energy to stimulate the group energy. That's what I use for as a healer nowadays. But back in this corporate era, I was paralyzed. I was like a 20 something and then new to the job, and then the boss figure always angry about me. And then at some point I asked him, like, are you angry about what? And then he goes, no, 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 no. I'm just frustrated and finding a way to make it work or make it define. Was like, excuse me. Can you make it in a little lower voice to do that, or stop hitting the desk when you are thinking about, that's crazy. But it's really disturbing, the environment, the atmosphere that we are in the same place. So it's nice to have that person gently reminding that, oh, and then I had that time, I had the higher boss above both of us. He's a really calm, nice, aware person, and then screaming, the anger, raising the voice during this discussion. My boss figure started to raising the voice, and then the higher boss came and was like, "Hey, would you close the door because I'm having a client?" Yeah, was like not mentioning to stop saying or anything, but just reminding that, hey, I have a client here, so would you lower the volume or close the door, please? Thank you. So that's what. So it means like this arguing, angry about something is because they're passionate about. Hopefully, take it as in a good way. But someone is good to put some, not the oils, but the water to cooling down a little bit, reminding that person to cool it down once was up. Yeah, it's a good exercise to have the anger type as a friend or in everyday situation that too. Because we can learn how to connect with these people with openness, like self what we need to say. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it's successfully that to reminding that person without hurting. That's the issue. I heard it so many times with that, the pride or whatever that. But anyhow, so that's a good lessons, and we all learn from unsuccessful. But to become aware and not pretended as not seeing or not hearing, that's a denial type to me. But that will be really like observing it into a physical body, which is unhealthy. So good to pay attention, and let's learn some skills from these social skill to be okay to say and to having these people, since we cannot control others, we can change our way ourselves to connect and to hold a space or hold a dynamic or choose dynamic in a safe way, unless otherwise we're just direct and excuse ourselves from there if it's overly something, even if you're willing and applying to that to connect with that person or the society. I think socially. Again, the healthy thought is I can still feel good about myself even if someone is angry with me. It means like, that person is angry about something, must be resonating to their inner knowingness or weakness or fear. Um, doesn't look like one, but anger shows that something is triggering their unstable factor within them. Nothing to do with me. I'm the person bringing some opportunity for them to become aware. And if they become aware or not, that's their business. That's not mine. My part is to bring in the opportunity. Poof. So that dialogue, unspoken dialogue, but we can maintain ourselves centered with that love, unconditional love, and holding the space. That's so funny that anger showed up. That I was pretty angry about this afternoon. That the progress that I was making, I was so frustrated and angry about an anger energy showing up, and then learning about the way how I am projecting my anger in which way. It's so nasty. It's just I didn't want that energy, but it's being open and honest. So I need to somehow to let that out and then peace out at the end of the conversation. So anyhow, and then an unhealthy thought is I easily get scapegoated in my family and in other relationships. So if there is a wounded part of ourselves from childhood, and there's an opportunity to use as on a personal power to become stronger, that once the broken piece is the strongest part of ourselves. Okay, so I'm talking too much. Would you like to pull the reminder card for this week, Mel? Let me have that number between 1 to 10. Thank you. Yeah, it's really good to do a deeper breath. I'm looking forward to do that together when we are closing. The breath becoming shallow when you are so focusing on one thing. So if you are ready, let me have the number. Maybe there's a time lag. That's okay too. So those of you who are watching from Twitch, Twitter, former Twitter X, Oily Play on YouTube, I am offering the free energy scan and a reminder pull the card for you every Monday here in Far East and US Canada late Sunday night. So if you have an opportunity to connecting live, I'm more than happy to do that as a community service. So please let me know. You're very welcome. Please let me know that number. And also, I take healing request, any healing, physical, emotional, relational, psychological healing, spiritual healing. What does that mean? It's about the life, any kind of healing, since everything is made of energy, and energy healing would what covers each area of our life, just in case it helps. So please let me know, leave in the comment here or direct message me through X or I think the YouTube. Perhaps you can give it a go to see how it connects. And Mel, may I have the number? Or unable to connect? Number. Live chat. Sorry for quiet. Want to pick a number, Mel? I know it oh okay, four. It takes longer. Sorry, thank you. So four. One, two. I know, three, four. Sorry about that. Okay. So one, two, three, four. here is the reminder for this week for you, Mel. And I'm gonna do some energy scan and come up with some reminder might be helpful for you this week. Okay, the card you picked is that interesting. Healthy body, root chakra, Kara red. The body itself with the root chakra, the first energy center, is about blood, bones, joint. That's what it is. And the immune system, defense to feel safe, secure life in this physical body. Is this coming up back from last week? So energy is really like a universe is reminding us to get grounded. Root chakra, first energy center, community, family, feeling safe, secure, foundation. That's amazing though. So I think this is kind of like a reminder repeating here. But I go read the first healthy thought for you, Mel, this week. I feel safe and secure in the world. I have multiple families who help me feel like I belong. I'm supported and have a say. That's healthy thought. Unhealthy thought is my immune system, bones, and joints are weak and vulnerable. So let me go scan your energy as an yeah, it's totally like creative and divine, higher knowing and walked on it, and then coming down to the earthy experience, and then especially connection to a family member and the community both. That to something must be changed according to the change that you made that made you changed. So the new version of changed you is needing to be fitting into that dynamic, which is family is the member is pretty much about the same. So that healthy way of realigning, untangling is seems to be the key for all of us. I mean, for especially you, that to with the family dynamic, and then also as in a community that you may be given or sharing some of your creativity or newness to the familiar faces. I mean, the familiarity gives us a feeling safety, safe, because familiar, enough experience sharing, giving and receiving, and, to sharing and nurturing, being nurtured, that community and feeling safe and protection, security. However, sometimes it's really challenging because you are changing, so as everybody else, and then especially like worked on yourself enhancement, self empowering, and choosing to create your ideal experience, like intentional creation. When we change, then the world around us changes, and some members in the familia is repeating on and on, which is most of the case. They're also changing it in their own way, but sometimes it's just really needing adjustment, or sometimes feel like it's not worth adjusting it, or maybe giving up on it. So that kind of new way to connect and updating the dynamic, I think it's always needing. And then it's not the personal things, it's just happening to you right now because of the stage of your intentional creation, bringing it all down here, and then that's natural process, it's part of the path. So just don't take it personal, and to find a solution. yeah, to find a solution and reminding here the solution is never available at the same place as problem is happening. So solution is in the new layers or new dimension or new level. So changing the way to look at that to find some solution until otherwise extension of the it has been is very difficult to find solution because the problem exists in the extension of what has been. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sending the healing to refresh your way to look at that relatedness and dynamic. And perhaps it's good to plug off if you can, like take one day off from your everyday, being part, like a family member, or taking a alone time and completely shutting down from everyday activity people, or and then that kind of space helps us to see or find, or synchronicity gives a new view to take a look. This might be possible to connect with losing something, maybe losing or let go consciously, which is different from losing something. Nothing to lose but removing for the next from the past and organize a little bit and then get clear about it's okay to let go because the new is much looking better. So once you get that alignment with some idea, I encourage you to take some fresh viewable space or give yourself a permission to have a space to detaching to this familiar situation. I'm sending a healing, and you are onto something magical changing point. That's what I'm feeling, and especially upcoming the holiday season is holding the key. Next month, December, it really holds the key. I'm sending the healing and encouragement to trust in your own intuition, trust in your power, and allow the self-centeredness and not gonna be selfish because your nature is such a given and nurturing and will balancing out in a new level if you're allowing yourself to that balance as you knew. Thank you for allowing. And the holiday season is a challenging season for all of us in the family dynamic. It's the pain body everywhere. Like the family gather in, it's just pain body. And lots of the increasedness of the sugar consumption is really challenging for immunity. So then the flu season and then immunity drops down and then easily catch some bugs and to flus or so that's the nature of the holiday season flow. Psychologically challenging, and the food is also encouraging the weakness. Knowing that um, the pattern is helpful, and then we can use it as an intention to, okay, here we go, this repeating the energetic pattern the holiday season. So and then prepare well, and then it can be usable for magical shifting point. Since you're gonna be in the summer season, there's a summer magic holiday for you, possibly. Thank you. So let us connect as one energy with a deep breath before closing. I'm talking too much over 1 hour. Okay, so let's do that quickly, and then I need to move on to the next. Okay, so let's do that 3 times as we usually do. And inhaling from the nose Counting three and exhaling slowly from the mouth, connecting each part of ourselves, what we are thinking, future, past, or feeling, and then physical body, which part of our body is getting attention, not attention, getting attention. Just connect here now at this 0 point with a deep breath. Counting three, one from the nose. Go. 2, 3. And exhale. The word ambiguity popping up in my head. So the to be okay with the ambiguity, that's something that I am being encouraged in online here. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome, Mel. And then the second one, releasing. Oh, this no longer need intention from your body, from your heart, your mind, idea, past or future, possibility, impossibility, whatever that no longer serving right now, here, out, remove, remove one by one, saying out, using a vocal to literally letting that energy out from our beingness and return back to the universe so the universe can cleansing with the filtering with the large scale over whatever that no longer serving energy return system and returning back with the fresh energy usable. So let's do that. Inhaling from the nose deep. Go. Out. Shake, 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 shake. Ouch. That was long. Shaking, shaking. Let that out. And then last one. You're very welcome. Returning back to you, Mel. So the last one to let's embody with the fresh energy and to take a moment and make it as a new reality, your goal, your wishes, your next destination is simulating as if it's happening here now in between our hands here. And then just embody, feel it, see it, smell it, touch it, and it's just experiencing that chosen destination. If you can remember, or the intention to embody, extend, expand, and just align to your intentional creation. If it is hard for you to calling into that chosen experience, and sometimes I forget it, drifting, floating into the universe. So just back in here, bring in your goals here and then embody. And then connect to the co-creating field, the energy of oneness that we got here. Peace here, one energy as one field, and support one another in a field oneness that we are co-creating circle. And then receive the power from there here and bring it into empowering our chosen experience, our intentional creation and healing. make it as a perfect. So ready? Let's go. Just take a moment, then embody in it, see it, feel it, your goal, your wishes, who's around you, what you are doing, where are you, what are you wearing, what you're hearing, who's talking, what is talking or sounding, what's the temperature around you, how you feel. Just embody it and feel that feeling. It's already happening here now. And then send the energy to connect that oneness that we are as one, all connected under one sky. Even the replay viewing, there's no time and space, always here now. And support that intentional creation, intentional goals, your creation, beingness, wishes happening here now, embodying it. And then receive one for your creation in your local now. And breathe in taking in, and then create. Fully embodying it happening right now. Thank you for joining and co-creating. Whoa, yes, it's good energy. Thank you, Mel, for sharing your lovely presence in live. Truly appreciate. Great way to start new week with you this way. I appreciate that. And thank you for replay viewer if you're still watching. Please leave us a comment, a sum up. If you are watching on YouTube and haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe so that you may get some notification when next time I go live, and possibly we can connect in live. Well, thank you so much, and you have a wonderful night and day, and I see you when I see you. The next is the Wellness Wisdom Wednesday. Oh, let's get going with the newness practice each day. The day 7 for the next 7 days until full moon. Full moon, and happy Thanksgiving week, and look forward to connecting with you before that Thanksgiving. Bye.